We have a Bitcoin 9% lower than 7 days ago, Ethereum as well. But how long will the market continue to collapse? What is the situation on the stock markets, but also what are the latest news from the economic space and crypto? You will find out immediately after the intro. We also have good news for the LRent community. Welcome back to a new episode of the Crypto Sunday series. As we have become accustomed to, we spend Sunday together and analyze the most important events in the crypto world in the last week. This video will appear publicly on Monday, and if you want to watch it faster one day, that is, on Sunday, you can do this by becoming a member of the channel. You can find the link in the description of the video. Let's take a look at crypto prices for the first time. And we can see here a Bitcoin today at $38,800, which is exactly the same price as 2 weeks ago. Ethereum is trading at $2,631 today, down 10% from last week, and Binance currency can be bought today for $378, down just 6.4%. This has been much better than Bitcoin or Ethereum in the last 7 days. We also have record values in the capitalization of stable currencies, which today amount to hundreds of billions of dollars, which shows us that the world is withdrawing from them to protect itself from volatility in these uncertain times. Bitcoin's dominance in the crypto market remains at 42%, nothing spectacular in this area. The total daily trading volume in crypto now amounts to $64 billion. As a total capitalization, we have $1.7 trillion in crypto today, about $150 billion less than last Sunday. Although the market situation is not conducive to the emergence of new projects, they continue to appear at an alarming rate. Today we have 17,644 projects listed on CoinMarketCap. I recommend you to be careful in what you invest, especially in periods like this. Not all new projects will perform well. You should be aware that not all 17,000 projects can be successful, and 99% of them will be worthless in 1 to 2 years. Research the projects you invest in well, even if you see them presented on this channel or on other YouTubers. Try to pass all the information through the filter of your thinking. We here try to bring good projects forward and do a thorough research, but that does not guarantee the success of the presented projects. A project can fail for many reasons, such as poor management of funds, poor organization of team and work, lack of market adoption, lack of implementation of the action plan, and so on. If a project is good, it does not mean that it will succeed. The chances are really higher for a good project, and that's why we try to bring only good projects in front of you, but you have to be sure that you believe in that project before you invest in it. Don't forget that you can support this channel by becoming a member, and I would like to thank the existing members in this way. We still have projects that are going very well. For example, in the last 24 hours we had Metadogecolony, Cactus, and Anons Network, which recorded increases of 303%, 300%, and 215% respectively. I don't know these projects, and this is not an investment recommendation. Don't forget that investing in such projects without documenting yourself beforehand can become a victim of a rug pull. I noticed that over half of the recently listed projects have names derived from Doge or Shiba. I haven't studied them, but I don't think any project like this plans to do anything other than take people's money. If you want 10x overnight, or even 100x overnight, then you are the perfect victim for these smart people who create a new project every day. If you have been following this channel for some time, you already know that you need 15 minutes of work to create a new cryptocurrency, and $1 to $2 after which you can sell it to the public, and you can leave safely with their money. Even though this has been happening daily for a long time in this space, it seems that people like to lose money by living a lie and believing that they will get rich overnight than to accept that cryptocurrencies are financial assets and that you need to get rich. Financial education, discipline, and regular investment following an investment plan. Only when you accept these things will you be able to start making real money, and no, you will not get your limbo from crypto. Limbo buys its project developers, exchange owners, and others who take money from the market by selling the illusion of rapid enrichment. Too few investors buy limbo as a result of their investments, and those who end up doing so assure you that they are skilled and disciplined investors, and that no matter how amazing it may seem to you, no one did it overnight. As in the gold fever, those who became rich were the ones who sold tools to those who went in search of gold, not those who went and dug for gold. Those who get rich first are always the ones who sell the tools and the illusion of enrichment. In our case, these are the exchanges, which are the only ones that really make easy money. We as investors can completely change our financial situation in a few years with a good investment plan and a lot of discipline and perseverance. Did you notice that I said in a few years? Not in a few days. Of course, you can make some money in a few days by gambling in crypto, and then you will lose them all by continuing with the same strategy. And the changes are not as you would expect. If your investment opportunities are $100 a month, you certainly won't be a billionaire in a few years. But surely if you are well organized and persevering enough, you can make a few tens of thousands of dollars, and then in the following years you can turn those tens of thousands into hundreds, and only in the years that will follow you will be able to turn them into million. You have to understand the size of the money and be realistic. If you manage to earn $100,000, you should be aware that you are still much closer to zero than $1 million. So the math is more likely to be zero than $1 million. If it were simple, we would all be millionaires. Remember that those who sell this illusion are the ones who become millionaires by taking money from you on courses, meditations, services, and commissions. Be sure to subscribe to this channel to receive free guidance on your financial independence journey. We will show you the true path and not the ideal one. The real road lasts at least 10 years, and if you are not willing to travel this road in its entirety, there is no point in starting. You probably have the impression that millionaires are the ones who ride private jets, yachts, and helicopters. In fact, they are billionaires, and it is good to remember that there is a difference of thousands of times between their fortunes. Even if the media puts these illusions on our necks every day, it is good to keep our feet on the ground and know exactly what we want. A much better stake for the beginning would be financial independence, and not the status of millionaire or billionaire. This financial independence is what frees us and gives us back control over our lives. To achieve financial independence, you need to create a passive income stream that exceeds your current monthly expenses. I will take an average example, and you can adapt it depending on where you live. Let's say you currently earn $1,000 a month, of which $800 is spent on your lifestyle, and $200 is invested every month. The moment you manage to invest long enough for your instances to generate a profit of $800 a month, you become financially independent, and that is the moment when you can do only what you want in life. If you invest the $200 a month in crypto projects that you can stake for an average interest rate of 12%, and the price of cryptocurrencies you still have to invest will increase by an average of 50% every year, you need 5 years of perseverance to free yourself financially. If you choose to do this with the shares of large companies, you will need 20 to 25 years. If you choose to combine these investments and possibly take small positions in real estate, you can get this financial release in about 10 years, but you will have a much more solid and sustainable position. You can make real estate investments for several $100s, using certain investment platforms where the properties are shared with several investors. If there is a request, I will create a video on this topic. At the end of this discussion, I would like you to take this path, and the need to go through it with the idea of freeing yourself financially, and accepting that you need at least a few years. In the previous example, if you manage to double your income from $1,000 to $2,000, and at the same time manage to maintain your lifestyle at $800 per month and invest the surplus of $1,200, you can speed up this process 6 times. Now let's take a look at the stock market. It's a perfect time to buy some stocks now, with discounts of up to 80%. Today we have Tesla at $852 a piece, down from $1,234, the maximum it reached on November 4, 2021. Tesla's main competitor, NIO, is down from $62 to $22.95 today. We can buy the giant Microsoft today for only $285 compared to the maximum of $343 it reached in November last year. We stay in technology and look at the great Facebook now called Meta. We can buy their shares today for only $204 compared to $378 it would have cost 5 months ago. If you want shares in the crypto industry, you can look at Coinbase shares, which today cost exactly half compared to 3 months ago. You can buy a Coinbase share for just $177. Or you can focus on the shares of the PayPal giant that are trading today at $102 compared to the summer of 2021, when the same share was worth $308. We can go on and on. There are few areas that are not affected now, and it is time to take advantage of these offers. History shows us that after each collapse of the capital markets, prices have returned and even exceeded all-time highs. In the case of such large corrections as now, history shows that we need an average of 5 years for prices to reach new highs. If you are investing in the long term, and you have liquidity ready now, it is probably a perfect time to use some of these reserves. As for the real estate market, it is now at its peak. We may see a drop in prices next year as a result of the impending crisis, the huge inflation that has come upon us, the combination of excessive energy prices, the health crisis, and the military tensions created by some dictators who want anything less harmony, development, and peace. So, if you are thinking about real estate investments, I think you can wait another year to see what happens to the prices. Maybe you have the chance to buy cheaper. If the information in this video is useful to you, please press the like button because it helps us a lot, and send the link to a friend who you think would like to know these things. We also have good news for members of the LKMEX ecosystem. They even brought 2 new words to the crypto world, namely Metastaking and Metabounding. These will come as additional sources of income for the LKMEX community, namely EGLD and MEX or locked MEX owners. These will be implemented soon, and in order to be eligible for new income, your coins will need to be deposited at stake. Vitalik Buterin, co-founder of the Ethereum blockchain, says the digital asset universe may actually benefit from the current retreat in coin prices that's cast a chill on investors and is being referred to as another crypto winter. The people who are deep into crypto, and especially building things, a lot of them welcome a bear market, Buterin said during an interview with Bloomberg. They welcome the bear market because when there are these long periods of prices moving up by huge amounts like it does obviously make a lot of people happy, but it does also tend to invite a lot of very short-term speculative attention. Cryptocurrency prices have tumbled since reaching record highs in early November, as investors and speculators anticipate a reduction of the massive amounts of stimulus added to economies and global markets in the wake of the COVID pandemic. The Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index is down about 45% from its all-time high. Ether, the native currency of the world's most widely used blockchain, has slumped around 40% during the same period. Since the last crypto winter in 2018, the sector has boomed. The price tracking website CoinGecko lists a staggering 12,588 tokens. The large amount of money invested during the latest crypto bull run may have created many overnight millionaires or billionaires stories, but one's gains in crypto is often also another's losses and pain. Market manipulation schemes such as those referred to as pumps and dumps were often found in crypto applications run by people who were only in crypto for the short-term profits. The winters are the time when a lot of those applications fall away, and you can see which projects are actually long-term sustainable, like both in their models and in their teams and their people, the 28-year-old crypto billionaire said. Yet Buterin, who said he's surprised by how the market has moved since last year, isn't sure whether crypto has entered another winter or the sector is just mirroring the volatility in broader markets. It does feel like the crypto markets kind of flipped the switch from being this niche group that's controlled by a very niche group of participants, and it's fairly disconnected to traditional markets into something that behaves more and more like it is part of the mainstream financial markets, he said from Denver on February 12. He also added that a crypto winter can also help those who are building projects in crypto focus on improving the technology. Buterin's comments came not long after the popular crypto protocol Wormhole, a cross-blockchain bridge, was hacked for over $300 million. Buterin back in January warned about the risks of using cross-blockchain bridges. So-called cross-blockchain bridges often work by taking a cryptocurrency on one blockchain and locking it in a software program known as a smart contract to issue a parallel cryptocurrency on another blockchain. But Aaron has shifted his focus to scaling Ethereum in recent years. The popular blockchain has long suffered criticism because transactions on Ethereum can be slow and expensive. Buterein's Ethereum Foundation is leading the latest efforts dedicated to improving the blockchain's scalability, with perhaps the most important upgrades in Ethereum's history. When everyone is again trying to use blockchains, but Aaron said, we don't want them to discover yet again that no, actually, there isn't enough space on the chain for everyone. If there is still a lot of hype on this Web3, I will briefly present the perception of Cointelegraph on this aspect. 2021 has been a significant year for crypto, with no fungible token, NFT, being awarded Word of the Year, decentralized finance, DeFi, trending in the mainstream media, and crypto companies making headlines for a variety of announcements. This is, no doubt, in part due to the effects that COVID-19 has had on the economy, with many looking for new ways to diversify their finances, and a move to working from home giving people the free time to research new interests. And many chose to get involved in crypto. As conversations began to move on from Bitcoin, BTC, to other larger crypto projects like Ethereum network upgrades and central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, news coverage would suggest that the mainstream adoption of crypto is already well underway. However, there is one project which could have the ability to catapult crypto well and truly into everyone's day-to-day lives: Web3. What is Web3? With an emphasis on community, Web3 represents the future of the internet, where users operate in a decentralized way rather than relying on large private businesses or centralized government bodies. To many, this seems like the next logical step for the internet, where the concept is partially built on the shortcomings of Web 1.0 and 2.0, such as the concentration of power within centralized entities and issues relating to privacy. We've already seen examples of this within the crypto and DeFi spaces, such as the MakerDAO project, which seeks to build an unbiased global financial system run by the community. As DeFi popularity grew in 2021, more projects and protocols made their way onto the market, all vying to bring the benefits of DeFi to as many people as possible. Similarly, protocols such as Nereus have been designed to address issues of fair governance and user experience, both of which mirror the existing issues of Web 2.0. While it may seem like Web 3 and DeFi protocols are separate projects, which they are, these protocols are laying the groundwork for Web 3 and its adoption. We're still some way away from seeing Web 3 become a reality, but the DeFi protocols coming onto the market not only offer a taste of what the next iteration of the web might be like, but also provide opportunities for feedback and tweaking to help make sure Web 3 truly serves everyone to the best of its abilities. So, would this mean that crypto would be truly mainstream? We've already seen examples of this within the crypto and DeFi spaces, such as the MakerDAO project, which seeks to build an unbiased global financial system run by the community. As DeFi popularity grew in 2021, more projects and protocols made their way onto the market, all vying to bring the benefits of DeFi to as many people as possible. Similarly, protocols such as Nereus have been designed to address issues of fair governance and user experience, both of which mirror the existing issues of Web 2.0. While it may seem like Web 3 and DeFi protocols are separate projects, which they are, these protocols are laying the groundwork for Web 3 and its adoption. We're still some way away from seeing Web 3 become a reality, but the DeFi protocols coming onto the market not only offer a taste of what the next iteration of the web might be like, but also provide opportunities for feedback and tweaking to help make sure Web 3 truly serves everyone to the best of its abilities. So, would this mean that crypto would be truly mainstream? Arguably, yes. As of Jan. 2021, there were around 4.66 billion active internet users around the world, and if Web 3 became the default, every one of those users would end up using blockchain and crypto technology on a daily basis, even if they weren't aware of it. However, the main issue lies in what Web 3 would even look like. And as a community project, it means there isn't always one single direction for the next phase of our internet. As such, some have argued that widespread adoption would be difficult due to technical gatekeeping and a lack of clear direction. While crypto use has been on the rise since the pandemic, the increase in new wallet holders has started to slow down. This would suggest there's something blocking the next step of mainstream adoption. While it's possible that waiting for the implementation of Web3 could be the reason, government regulation could be another factor to help drive crypto into the mainstream. Previously, crypto hasn't been seen as easily accessible to the mass market due to its complexity and perception of volatility. Opinions have started to change as more accessible crypto products come onto the market, such as stablecoins, crypto-enabled debit cards, or DeFi products. Despite the multitude of benefits crypto and DeFi can offer, some people remain skeptical due to lack of government oversight, which is a very understandable stance. Would crypto move into the mainstream then if governments began to set out guidelines? Based on the evidence we've seen, the answer is surely a resounding yes. Arguably, crypto is already mainstream in countries with comprehensive regulation, such as Singapore, or countries with governments strongly in favor of cryptocurrencies, such as El Salvador and, most recently, Tonga. It only remains on the sidelines in countries still drawing up frameworks and deciding on their stances on crypto. While it's possible that government regulation and the dawn of Web3 could bring crypto into the mainstream, they both potentially have the power to shape the future of crypto and DeFi and decide where the movement goes next. With Web3, the emphasis is on decentralization, moving data away from central powers, and using AI power to make the internet completely accessible to all without having to rely on big businesses. The current structure of our internet has received criticism due to surveillance and exploitative advertising. For those who extol privacy and anonymity as the main benefits of crypto, the integration of Web3 would make these values more synonymous with day-to-day life. Many have claimed that this was the original goal when Bitcoin was first created, to allow users to operate free from central control. In contrast, if more governments decide to establish frameworks and regulations for crypto, it is likely there would be more of an emphasis on centralization. Several countries have recently made announcements regarding CBDCs, which would establish a cryptocurrency that would be under the control of a central government. The United Kingdom, for example, seems to have taken its plans a step further with the creation of the new Crypto and Digital Assets Group to ensure that the UK cultivates innovation within the crypto sector while establishing regulation. While this would allow even more people to have easy access to the benefits of crypto, such as faster transaction speeds and lower costs, while also mitigating volatility, it would move the emphasis of crypto away from sovereignty and decentralization. The crypto space is currently at a crossroads, and the race between Web3 and central regulation will shape what the future of the industry looks like. I am very curious to find out what your opinion is about Web3. Please leave a comment to explain how you see this topic. I also invite you to join the social media conversations. You will find a link in the description of the video to all our pages. Thank you for staying until the end. Until next time, take care of your money.